Alright, so today I'm going to show you how to build the frame to hang up ferny pads on set. I usually keep ferny pads in my car when filming, but most of the time I show up and I'm like, well, I can drape it over something that's here or throw it on the floor, and that helps a little bit, but this will make a huge difference. So step one, you want to measure it and then mark it right in the middle. So we're going to measure this. It comes out at 60 inches, so it's 5 feet. Let's go 30 inches. Mark it there. All right, now we're going to cut it in half right where that line is. Alright, so we're going to leave about an inch and a half off the edge so we'll have a space for the cap on it. We're just going to drill a hole. You don't have to go through both sides, just one side and do it. Alright, now we're going to do it on the other side, on the other pole, so we have a hole in both holes. Now that I have the pilot hole on this, I'm going to use a 1/2 inch bit to drill a hole just on one side of it. And on the other pole as well. Alright, so now I'm going to use this little Dremel filing bit just to make the hole big enough to sit on top of the stand. Once it can go inside of it, it's the right size. Now we do it on the other one. Alright, so now that we have the holes drilled on two different 30-inch PVC pipes, we're going to put some sealant on it and put some caps in the ends. And then we're going to glue this coupler in the middle, just on the end of one of them. That way we can collapse it smaller, but it still will be sturdy enough. And you want to do it on the side with the holes, because the sides without the holes are going to be in the middle. Now we're going to cement the coupler onto the end of one of these. Alright, now we just have to let it sit and we're basically done. So this is the finished pole. What I'm going to do now is make sure both the holes are facing up, or the same direction anyway. Let me do it just right. And this will make putting it together a little bit easier. Now to take a Sharpie, just make a line. And now when those lines line up, you're good to go. These are the stands I went with. I got them from Amazon, mainly because they're cheap and lightweight. The reason I'm making all this stuff collapsible is because I have a small car, and this would make putting it in my car much easier. So, you know, I wouldn't trust a heavy light on these, but like for hanging a blanket, this is all you need. All right, now that since we have these two fit together and we have the coupler, we'll literally just press them together like this. Make sure the holes are both facing the same direction. Set it on the top of your tripod, like that. Make sure the open part of the legs are facing each other. If not, these will not have enough stability. But this is the best way. Take your ferny pad, like this. And you can double up if you want, depends on where you're at. If you want it to be thicker, you can do that and have it shorter. We'll do that. We'll grab the other one. And it might drape a little bit in the middle. If that bothers you, you can pull it tighter or get a third clamp, but I'm trying to keep this as simple as possible. And there you go. Just lift it up. It's easier if you have two people, but you can easily just go back and forth like this. And there you go. Now cut down on your room noise. Pretty sturdy when you have them, the legs correct. Trust me, they will fall if you don't. There you go. So this is everything you would need to make one of these walls, all built and everything, or torn down. You can literally put the poles in here with them, like that. I mean, it'll be sticking out a little bit, but, you know, this being all you need in your car, you could easily throw this in there or just leave it in your trunk all the time. And you'll have temporary walls you can throw up on any location or anything.